Hoosier. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This is going to be a big challenge today. They have a great team coming in here, but he said, I am confident in our ability to handle that. We've got the best crowd in college football. They make every game a home field advantage. He said, I feel great that the crowd is behind us here today. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Hoosiers ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye week sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Looking for a crease to the left. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Indiana.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason, too. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They went 3-and-out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's Arch to throw. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Manning. This time he's got his man. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Henderson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Arch is going to throw for it. Rush is on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Hauls it in. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Oh, he makes the catch. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Looking long. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
I love.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Using his legs, it's Davison. Smashes ahead. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
And he's in for a 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try it over the left side. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To throw, Manning. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires it incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. Spits it out to the back. Found a seam. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Arch Madness. He's moving out of the pocket. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the 1st quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Going to spin it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Coming out with it, it's Bond. Makes a move. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Bailey. Firing to the right, complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Trying to get it to the marker. There's a crease. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers. He got a step and just dusted the field. 4th touchdown of the game. A 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Takes a handoff. It's Henderson. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. He'll run it again. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
Tall hill to climb here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. Just don't turn that thing over. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Plucks it out of the air. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch, that's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Manning. Oh, they're after him. He's got it at the 25. Turns it on down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space, it's Davison. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and
Maybe a crease. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
He got just enough to move the sticks, and that'll set him up with a first down after the 2-minute timeout. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They believe they can run right here. Looking for room at the 40. Look out on the right. He's at the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Indiana.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the point after is good. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Manning to throw. Stepping to the right. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Longhorn. into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. On the move, it's Richard, turning it on! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
2-14 close. 2-14 close. Here we go.
Running into the open space. And he has a solid gain before the defense. Him up.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the left. Oh, maybe some room here. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Making side adjustments here. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Makes the grab.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Going for it all. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone, right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throwing Manning. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Manning. He unleashes a long one. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Tulsa taking on the UAB Blazers. And it's the Golden Hurricane, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third. There he goes! And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Finds his man.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Has it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
The Hoosiers line it up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Indiana!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great...
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that...
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Smashes through the tackle. All down at the 7-yard line. Good return after the pick, and now they are in business.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Just ran him over. Brought down at the 20. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Davison. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Working that left side now. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Oh, he's got a chance. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They've got to get more physical. Right now,
I'd have a chance. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
and there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can punctuate holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They push the lead out here in the 4th
football, run this game out? No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Arch is going to throw for it. He uncorks one deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere.
Trying to beat the D deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Bond. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Thrust that arm out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys athletically, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the 2nd level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On the run, it's Davison. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Hunt is on its way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To throw, Manning. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Wants to throw it again. It's complete. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Play action, here's Manning. Moving out to the right. He wants it all. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Knocked down at the 3, and he was trying to take that interception to the house.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season.
Got a little grass. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. March Madness. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. It's complete to the left. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Manning. Touchdown, Longhorns! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. So maybe just to make the final score look a little better, they'll go for two here. Lipstick on a pig, anybody? Back to throw, it's Manning. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the catch, the two-point conversion is good.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top. Yeah.
make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets across the 20 and out. Yard line before he stopped right there. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Here's Manning to throw. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed. Because he can get out and he can roll.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on conversion.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and
Breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On the ground, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down a touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. 4th down, say it. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down right there. Good pickup, but still a little bit short of the first down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Throwing Manning. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The give to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. To the ground, he's got it again. There's some room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking down the middle. Over the middle, it's Smith. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. See it. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Gets it into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Motion from the back. Now on the move. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry up. Here's Arch to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for room. It's Jackson. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
Right back to him on the ground. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll test the right side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The offense in hurry and mode. Running to the left. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got his man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air. It's Sayin. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll be third and long. Sayin from the gun on third down. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expect...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And they did tack on the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. Bringing it out. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Texas offense. Arch is going to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Townsend.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Longhorns will line it up on first and 10. To throw, Manning. Under fire. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Third and 3. Manning from the gun on third down. The short hands, it's Brown. That'll be enough to move the chains, and it'll also take us to the 2-minute timeout. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They'll go hurry up here.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
It's complete to the right. Lots of room to run. Almost took it. Quickly. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense changing the play. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Sayin from the gun on third down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Makes a grab on the shot. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Simon. Does make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Here we go. Ready? Red 54, red 54. Ready, go.
They'll run for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying the left side. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Sweet.
Might be changing the route.
Ready, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. Here's a little room there. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Wrong touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They think there's room to run to the right here. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Showing the arm strength to the left. Leaping grab for a big gain. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback moving. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not...
Snags it, and he's open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Again, it's Sayin. Release to the back. He's got him this time. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time.
There he goes. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. In the red area, it's Jackson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Throwing, say it. Pocket breaking down. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Rush is on him. Another incompletion on third down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's what I think you look next to. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. At the 10, he's got room. There he goes down the right side. Inside the 40. The 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Could be heading to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Arch Madness. Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far,
the defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Quarterback making checks. Fourth down, say it. Throws to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Fires left side at Smith. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
And that is the exact opposite of what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play. Or
it's complete. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then stride it into the end zone.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. A give to Brown. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Brown again. Finding some room. He's inside the 40. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Longhorn. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one. And that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Might be calling a hot route. Say it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Texas. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
A really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback. And when he throws it, they'll break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like...
Got it down the field. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here.
And I tell you what, this...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Trying to take it back.